Hey guys, it's Raven. Good morning. I am back for the 2018 Pagan Challenge. Today I'm going to do letter V for visiting or vacationing in Salem, Massachusetts. For all of you witches out there, I'm sure you know what Salem is all about. It was a craze back in the, I don't even know the damn date. 1600s? I think, where they blamed a group of people in Salem, not a particular group, but different people, for doing witchcraft, and they ended up killing not a lot of people, but enough. It was like, I don't know, I should know this. I'm doing a video. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. It was like 16 people or so, 18, 20, around there. These people were not witches at all. In fact, the one possible witch that should have been accused actually wasn't even killed. She was she was a slave for one of the families who actually taught the children about some witchcraft, I guess, and then supposedly the kids got possessed, and that's how the whole thing started. Who knows? They could have just been having seizures. It's up for debate. The whole thing's up for debate. Anyway, so these people were killed, hung, some were crushed to death by stones. One man in particular, old man, like in his 70s, who was singing Christian hymns when they were killing him. Yeah, he was a witch. I think they even killed 2 dogs. So fucking stupid. Anyway, so if you're remotely interested in visiting Salem, I highly recommend it, especially on Samhain or Halloween. That's when we went. It's a lot of fun. It's a great time of year to visit New England. In fact, if you do go there, I recommend you hit Boston, which is not too far from there. I want to say like 40 minutes. You could definitely spend 2 days in Salem, 2 days in Boston. You could even go longer if you wanted. We did 1 full day in Salem. I don't feel it was enough for me. I didn't get to take in all the sights. And being a witch, I definitely want to go back and see everything. So, when you go to Salem, first of all, you need to book your reservation for a hotel room well in advance. I did it about 6 months in advance, and there was barely any hotel rooms left. I ended up getting 2 hotel rooms because we had 8 people at the Motel 6 about, is it 1 town over, 1 or 2 towns over. It took us about 15 minutes to drive to Salem. And I do not recommend you stay at the Motel 6. I forgot what town it was in, but spend a little extra money. It's well worth it, trust me. Our first room smelled like urine, and we were lucky enough to get our room changed, but the Motel 6 is probably the most basic motel you will stay at. There is no shampoo, there is no conditioner, there's no lotion, there's no body wash, there's no nothing. There's not even a damn hair dryer, so you need to bring everything with you. Also at Motel 6, they have 1 mirror in the bathroom, so if everyone needs to shower that morning and you need a mirror, you're fucked. As I was. I actually went downstairs to the women's lavatory and got ready in the women's bathroom downstairs, the public restroom. Yeah. Spend some more money, guys, trust me. So that's number 1. Get your hotels nice and early. You can stay right in the heart of Salem where they have the festivities. It's gonna cost you, but so cool. So, yeah, where was I? So, parking, you want to go early. It's crowded. It gets crowded, but we got into Salem at 10:30 in the morning because I was so concerned about the traffic. No traffic at 10:30 in the morning. In fact, I think you're safe until about probably noon. I would assume around 2, 3 o'clock is when it starts to really get busy, but we had no problem finding a parking spot. I think we paid like $10, $20 for for parking, which is fine. I expect to spend some money. But Salem's pretty cool. There's a lot of metaphysical shops. There's some well-known witches in Salem. Unfortunately, I did not get to meet any of them, but there is Lori Cabot. She no longer has a shop. I know she still teaches. Lori Cabot is the official witch of Salem. She, you know, a lot of people say she's commercialized and everything. Yeah, she is. However, you got to remember, Lori Cabot is responsible for going to where'd she go? She went to the state and got paganism and Wicca noticed as Wicca as a religion, so you cannot be discriminated against. You can actually sue your companies now if you are discriminated, if they try to fire you for your beliefs, if you're a pagan, any of that stuff. So you can thank Lori Cabot. She had a lot to do with that stuff. There's also my favorite witch there, Lori Bruno. She's a strega. She is an Italian witch from Sicily, or her roots are from Sicily. I don't know if she was actually born there. She might have been. She's a love. I did go to her shop. Unfortunately, they were closed on Samhain because they were concerned for safety that day. But I went the next day. I drove back into Salem, and her shop was open. Unfortunately, Lori, you know, she's like late 70s, so she goes in late, and I did not get a chance to meet her. However, I wrote her a little note, and she was kind enough to call me, and I got to speak to her twice on the phone, and she's an absolute doll. She's all about the love, and she's a sweetheart. I recommend you go say hello to her in Salem. There's also Christian Day. He's another well-known, kind of commercialized witch. He owns a shop called Hex that I did go into. Amazing journals that he sells in there. For like your Book of Shadows and stuff like that. It's a small shop, and he also has one in New Orleans. He also is the host for Hex Fest in New Orleans I want to say it's July. I did not get to meet him or his husband, but I did go to their shop. There's lots of metaphysical shops there. There's an amazing crystal store down in the main area. There's an area where they block off so people can walk around and you can take pictures. There are people there dressed up as the Addams Family, and there's this guy dressed up as this amazing green witch. There is this guy named Steve. He does it. He's been there for years. He dresses up as this extremely scary monster, and you can take pictures with him. And I know there's Frankenstein and some really cool stuff. And everybody dresses up. Everybody dresses up for Halloween or Samhain there. The adults, the kids, everybody. There's vendors. There's people playing music. There's people juggling. There's people doing magic. I mean, you name it. It's happening in the streets. There's a lot going on. There's plenty of restaurants. There's plenty of bars for everyone to eat at. It's a really pretty area. It's really nice. And the house from Hocus Pocus, where Hocus Pocus was filmed, the house that the little boy and little girl lived in, is there. You can go drive by it. It's really pretty, actually. It's right on the water, and yeah, you can go drive by and get a few pictures of that. There are museums. There's I think like 5. We only went to one. We went to the museum. I think it was called the Witch Museum. I could be wrong. It was in the church, the building that looked like an old church. It's a beautiful building. But that museum, my God, I went there when I was probably 17, and they have not updated it since. It is so 1985. It needs to be demolished and redone. not the building, but what they have inside to show. They herd you in like cattle in this big room, and then there's a spotlight that they put on these different figurines that are like, I want to say they're like mannequins, but they're again from 1985, and they're really cheesy. It's as cheesy as it comes, guys. It tells you the story of Salem and what happened. And then at the end, I did like the end because they take you to another area and they talk to you about modern day pagans and witches and Wiccans and all that stuff. So that was cool. You can buy all kinds of cool stuff there. And there's an area where they have dedicated to the people who passed, who were killed there. It's kind of like this tiny park almost. You walk around, they have these stones with their names on them, and you can leave things for them there. You can walk through there, and then there is an amazing cemetery. The people who died there from the witch trials, no one knows where they're buried, because the families weren't, I guess, allowed to have the bodies, and some say they were stolen. Some of the families stole the bodies back, so they were in unmarked graves type of thing. I don't know enough about it, but yeah. So, but the cemetery there, the old cemetery that is very popular, pretty cool. Dates back to the 16 and 1700s. This shit is old. It's old and it's kind of creepy, but it's kind of cool all at the same time. I don't know if you can get yourself graveyard dirt there. You'd probably get in trouble. They watch you. They watch who goes in and who goes out. Everything's monitored, which is good. You know, keep people safe. We did go into, there is an old house, beautiful house, that you can tour. We did that to show how people lived back in the day. That was kind of cool. And there is a well-known writer, and I want to kick myself right now because I cannot think of his name, but he wrote the Seven Gables. He actually wrote it there. He lived there. He lived in Salem or right next to Salem. So if you're a history buff, they have some cool stuff for you as well. Boston especially. You have to go to Boston because the history of the United States and, Boston Tea Party and all that stuff. They've got this great history walk that you can take. There's also another very old cemetery in Boston with, I want to say past presidents, past well-known people. Off the top of my head, I guess I should have done my homework before I did this video. And I'm looking for my thing for work here. Go ahead, buddy. I'm looking for my... trying to get into work here. I need my damn pass and I can't find the fucking thing. Anyway, go ahead. Go. So yeah, you gotta go to Boston, and it was really popular, the fishing, so there's lots of like sea captain houses, like old sea captain houses with signs on it, like this was the home of Captain so-and-so from 1727. Like crazy stuff. Old. I love the old stuff. Like if I could go live in Europe for a while, I'll be there. I'm telling you. I hope that works out for me one day. Or if I could move back east and live there for the summers, because the winters absolutely suck there, because I lived there for 30 years, and get one of those old houses that's haunted. Salt box. I'm all about it. So anyway, so go visit Salem. It's well worth it. If you have any thought about doing it, go. It's worth it. I absolutely loved it. In 2 years, hopefully I'll be doing a video on New Orleans. That's another great place for Halloween or Samhain that they go all out for, and I'm gonna do that for my 50th. So I'm super excited. But anyway, I hope this helped somebody, give you a little more info on Salem, Massachusetts. Go check it out. So as always, blessed be. Have a fabulous day, guys, and keep it positive. Bye.